business branding photography. So before we get started, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. We're just going to remind you all to turn off your mics as we get going here so that we can have a nice steady webinar. And any questions throughout, go ahead and put them in the chat. We have a few participants today, so this is just an easier way to ensure we get to everyone's answers. That'll be managed between Samantha and I. So let's get started by understanding a little bit more about our group together. In the chat, answer the following questions for me. How many of you have used branding photography in your marketing strategy, either in the past, you're currently thinking about it? Next, I'm curious how many of you are engaging with businesses with professional grade photos used in their marketing. So consider all the people that you're following on Instagram or Facebook that you're liking, you're commenting, and you're engaging. And how about you let me know how many people are thinking, yeah, right, I'll never go in front of a camera. So Marie says she hasn't utilized professional branding photography, but she does love looking at and engaging with gorgeous branded photography. So Marie, we're in the right webinar, hang tight, and we will give you lots of information. Samantha says, yes, but my photos are 2 years old. I need to update. And she says, I love when I see branded real photos. Carolyn says, not yet, but she hopes to have her business ready to go by the end of the year. She definitely engages with businesses that have professional grade photos, and hesitant, it sounds it. So let's get rolling. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about me. My name is Jaime Lee Ridge, and I'm a Brant County resident since 2014. My husband and I have been small business owners in Brant County since 2017. I'm currently the social media manager and in-house photographer with Clarity Marketing and Design, and I've been here since about the spring of 2022. It's a perfect partnership as I'm very passionate about our community and providing support for local businesses and services. I am the mother of 2 fur babies. I have our plot hound, Bezzy. She is 15 next year. And we have a newly rescued cane corso, Nala. She's 3 with a giant personality. I am a seeker of adventure, connection, and travel. A little bit about what we'll talk today. The main purpose of this webinar is to give you a chance to learn how using effective photography can market your business, brand essence, and personality with professional visual images. I will provide for you key insights. Sorry, let me cancel that out. I will provide for you key insights along with before and after examples to show you the visual difference between effective photography while discussing the importance of staying up to date and relevant with your audience. So a little bit about the photos that I shared in this slide here. This is Fizz Sokri out of Paris, Brant County. They came to us recently for a branding session. They own a luxury bath bomb, home decor, and gift store out of Paris, an absolute must-see. We did a branding session with them to help showcase their beautiful storefront and entice local shoppers. So what is branding photography and why do I need it? Business branding photography is a collection of high quality professional images created specifically as visual representation of your business while demonstrating your brand's identity. Why do I need it? With the help of professional branding photography, one can create continuity in their pictures and images about their brand. If stock images or low quality images are used, commonly you're going to find people using their cell phone. You're not going to be able to connect to your audience as easy. If stock images or similar qualities are used by your competitor's brand, it could be confusing for your brand identity to your consumer. So ultimately, we're looking at branded photos. They do the talking for you. 82% of consumers trust a company more, and 77% are more likely to buy from a company with branded professional photos. So a major insight to branded photography, this is probably my favorite part of my job, is I get to help humanize companies and brands. It gives potential and current customers a look at the faces behind the business. Many people are super intimidated about putting their faces out there. However, like the quote mentioned, people are more likely to interact and trust companies more when they can see people behind the brand. People like to know who they're buying from. Effective branding photos show customers who you are and who your team is. They give interested consumers a peek behind the scenes, showing them about your passions, your products, your personality, and what you do every day with your business. Branding photography for your business raises the value of your products and services, and it's going to help connect you to the right customers. A little bit about the photos on the right-hand side there. Some of you may know some of these local business owners. We have the fitness center here out of Brantford. The current owners purchased this gym months before COVID happened. So they actually had a big break in business. So when they contacted Clarity, they were looking to capture photos that let the consumers know that it's not a big box gym. Rather, it's a community with a welcoming atmosphere for women to work on their goals. We really wanted to show that these fitness professionals, who they are and who they are as a team, to let people know that they're real, they're your neighbors and they're your community members as well. A big part of branding photography is that it does help craft your brand story. Telling your business story should 100% be a part of your marketing strategy. It lets customers know you're human and that you're a part of their community as well. We always like to suggest to look at branding photography sessions as an opportunity to strategize your business marketing for this very digital world. Use these sessions to market products and services while keeping up to date with your brand and sharing your business story with your community. When working with a photographer, please be sure that you are not just snapping photos, but in fact, you are teaching about your business and the photographer understands your visions and your business goals. Here are a few questions that you should be asked during a branding session. So it's really important for the photographer and marketing team to understand your business's origin story. How and why did you start your business? What makes you unique in your industry? What are your brand colors? What are these photos going to be used for? And how do you want potential customers to feel when they interact with your brand? Now, after a branding session, you'll have a content library, very large, and it makes it easier to post to social media. You'll automatically have images that were strategically created to help you tell these stories to your following, connecting you to various platforms of similarity and continuity in your brand identity. So on the right-hand side, I have a few examples of some branding work we did with SLV & Co. or Sylvan Co. out of Paris, Ontario. We got to work really closely with the owner, Shelby. We went in for a branding photography session and we learned that she wanted to use photography to help increase traffic on her socials, her websites, and eventually bring them back into the storefront. After chatting with Shelby, we learned a lot about her brand story, why she started. We got a view of her very eccentric and bubbly personality. And through this conversation, we identified what was missing in her socials and her website that can assist her with her goal to be bringing more people into her store. Through photos and effective social media branding, we were able to create 12 pieces of social media to help her effectively tell her story to her viewers and entice local shoppers to her boutique platform, her boutique storefront. All of her platforms now have continuity and they share her brand story through strong images and appropriate text. Another factor about your branding photography is that you can use these images everywhere. Remember that images convey emotion and connect on a personal level. Once you build your brand content photo library, you'll keep finding opportunities to promote your business with these personalized photos. Branding photography is an investment that pays for itself over and over again. You can use these photos to elevate your brand on the web, on social media, in your paid advertising, as well as in editorial marketing, like your email newsletters. Having a collection of professional creative content strengthens your brand so that you can authentically connect with your customers more. The photo we're showing here is a photo we captured for Fizz Soakery. They simply uploaded it to their socials to let them know about an upcoming online cyber shopping event. So just remember that you need to empower your brand in your business with your stylish and purposeful branding photos. You are your brand. That's what your customers want to be looking at. All right, I got to make sure my chat's open. I want to make sure I can see this. So next, what I want to do is I have selected 3 photographs of local businesses in our area. They are strong with their branding photography, so I've selected them on purpose. I'm curious if any of you can come off and speak to us about who you might think these brands are. I may have already given the first one away. Does anyone know who any of these are? The first one here, we have Mark's Work Warehouse. And let me tell you a little bit about this one. Mark's Work Warehouse is a very large brand, very large label. The one in Brantford is doing a brilliant job branding themselves to our community. What they're doing is they're actually asking local business owners to model their clothing. And they're asking local photographers to capture the moment. And then through their socials, they are connecting through community by sharing the local business, sharing the local photographer. So this brand is just screaming community. I think they do a wonderful job through photography to describe what that store is and the environment that they provide. Next, if you are a home decor lover, we have your store, your home out of Brantford. So this is a Brant Avenue storefront for all things home decor. They use branding photography very successfully in their brand. It lets you know what you are going to be getting into based on their imagery. And through their imagery, they have blown up. They have recently been featured in a national home decor magazine that is across Canada. Their social medias are very well recognized, and they're well known in the community for speaking with events and small business groups. Now, the last one is a new business to Brantford. It is Let Us Live. They use their photography brilliant. They provide very fresh, vibrant, bold photography to show their food and the services that they provide, and they tell that story through their photos. Now with Silva & Co, we had the opportunity of taking their branding photography and assisting through their website. So Shelby, like a lot of business owners, started on her own and had a lot of roles to fill for herself. So she was her social media manager. She was her HR. She created her website. She did her website through a template platform through Square, where you can just drag and drop images in and it portrays your website. What she found was a lot of people weren't connecting to her website. And if you take a look on the before photo on the right-hand side, you'll start to see why. The very first image that we come to on her website is a cartoon image of women in fashion. So right away, you're not feeling connected. You don't know if this store is for you. We notice a little bit of white space on the website, so we're not really sure what we're shopping for. We see an image where Shelby is wearing a pink sweater and she's trying to market what she provides. However, she's uploaded it with her cell phone and applied a filter. So we're getting a little confused about what that image is, what that product is, and how to successfully sell it. So after our branding shoot, we had a really good idea of the marketing strategy to put towards her new website. So taking a look to the image on the right, the very first image you see is a beautiful panoramic of her beautiful boutique space. So right away, you know that you're getting a unique shopping experience. We've included the tagline, modern clothing for modern women. So it keeps that viewer there. Okay, this page is for me. This is what I'm looking for. We've included more featured categories with details so that people know what they're shopping for. Am I shopping for the fall collection, the winter collection, etc.? And right dead center, we wanted to post her beautiful boutique space to entice people into the boutique shopping experience and let you know that it's modern, it's minimal, it's vibrant, it has personality. And what we also wanted to do was validate Shelby as an awesome sizing expert and stylist expert to help her clients by showing testimonials. We wanted people to know the experience they're going to receive from Shelby in her store and what it's about. We've also connected her Instagram to the bottom of the page. So now as she starts posting her new social media, it's going to be all similar and the continuity will just blend into the brand. So every platform looks the same. I have a little bit of before photos before her branding session, and all credit to Shelby. She is not afraid of putting her face out there. She has great effort and consistency on her social media. There were just certain important elements missing. You'll notice on the grid on the left, just a preview of her Instagram before clarity. You'll notice it's the same thing. She's posting with her phone, she's adding filters. I get a great idea of her personality and the style she brings, but I'm missing what I'm shopping for. I don't necessarily know what this page may be other than Shelby trying on some clothes. So you'll notice the lighting is unbalanced. The product color is diluted. There's really no brand identity or essence, and any text imagery she's used is outside of her brand identity. I find the green lettering is small. I don't understand what I'm looking at. If I came across that in an Instagram feed, I'm not going to connect that to Shelby's store. Here's our preview of what we've done with her. So after a branding session, we used photos that give a clear representation of the boutique space. All the product colors are popping. You know which blouses are white, which ones are yellow, which ones are teal, and you can start visualizing you wearing that wardrobe. The boutique environment and atmosphere is captured. It is a small boutique styled experience. You have a private shopper with you when you go in. We used clear and effective text imagery that is in line with her brand identity. So any type of post that appeared on her socials with text imagery, very minimal, very modern, very chic, just like her boutique. We also created effective social media templates. So the image in the middle where you can see her logo, we noticed from her story, we were missing things like who she is, what her ideal customer is, what type of store it is. So that way people who are viewing her on social media can connect with her on a personal level to feel more comfortable to go shopping in the store. And the right-hand side is a little snap of some of the branding photography that we used for her. So she can use those photos in and out of her social media as she needs, as she sees purpose to. We also had the opportunity to work with the fitness center. And like I mentioned, they purchased their gym months before COVID. So lots had changed and lots of challenges were approaching. The social media and branding images that they were using before clarity, lots of Canva created images with their logo slapped on it. And Canva is a godsend, and not everybody has that creative bone. Their effort was there. However, it's a lot of reading. I'm not connecting to the space. What type of memberships are involved? What's this community like? So after our branding session, we had the opportunity to redo their website with their branding photography. And you'll notice that it really shows the space. It shows the vibe and the environment. Their preview of their branding photo session provided them with multiple images that they can use on all of their platforms for sharing, as well as their websites. You'll see in the right-hand side there, images we created for their social media to help identify their brand and let the consumer know who they are, why they're different, and why they might want to be a part of that environment. One thing that is really unique to Clarity specifically is we provide Google Drives made specific for each and every client. With our marketing clients, we want them to be able to continue on their own. Their success is our success. We are unique that we provide how to access to the marketing platforms that they use. we do include a full marketing review video. So that goes over their website, their socials, their Google business page. We provide an SEO audit and implementation, so search engine optimization, to help connect to the right customer, be found on Google more efficiently. We also provide videos on social media. This is a hard one. How do I schedule? How do I attach a location to my Instagram? How do I find more engagement? We also provide videos in platforms they use, such as MailChimp. So if they're utilizing e-newsletters, they can use the imagery there as well. And then we can also use it for website updates as well. So with all of this, the client is ready to manage their brand identity and essence on their own or amongst a team. So continuing their journey of business ownership with just a little bit of clarity when it comes to digital marketing. So at this point, I wanted to share with you some frequently asked questions. And through those questions, you're going to find some tips and tricks to success while considering branding photography for your business. So the first question, how often should I get photos done, is a common question. And this answer varies from business to business. You could look at a home decor store who is showcasing their seasonal changes and seasonal products coming in. So they might be having a little bit more of a branding relationship with their photographer to help with those products coming in on a shorter time length or a faster basis. Compare it to a fitness facility that isn't going to change a great deal, but they may need new photos when it comes to new equipment or new promotions or possibly new staff. Another really common question is, what should I wear? This is a great question, and it varies for business to business as well. It's going to come to, what are these photos for? What's the purpose? Are we introducing staff? Are we telling your brand story? We always like to suggest branding colors to be a part of it and complementary to the shoot. So it's going to also tie into the location of the shoot as well. So how do I get started is another one we hear all the time, and you message us. Let us know you're interested. Let us know that this is something that is on your mind and you'd like to learn more about. Everybody's process is different, so it's important just to find out how to get yours started. And what is the process like? I am a person too that doesn't always like to be in front of the camera. It is my job to have a very clear understanding of your business, of the goal, what is the marketing strategy behind this, and to make you comfortable. I am a creative, but I also have a good understanding of why we're using these photos for your business. So we're efficient, we're quick, and we do this around you, completely around your comfort. On the right-hand side there, I shared some photos from the Brantford Chamber of Commerce. We had a winter event back in November, and they were looking for some branding photos that they can use in their upcoming marketing. So at this time, I would like to invite everyone to come into the chat, or you can turn your mic on and let me know if you have any questions. I can see the chat box, but I must admit, I can't open it. I can see someone's opened it. I'm just going to do a little flick of the fingers here. What I might do is stop sharing my computer just so I can see the chat. But I do want to mention to everyone as well, if you have any questions, let's connect. Below here, you can take a screenshot or you could jot down my email, our website, and our phone number to connect for any questions you may have. So let me just stop sharing my screen here and hopefully I can see your chat. Okay, I can see the chat. How's everybody doing? Okay. So, I'm getting a few messages as they come in here. So we have a question from Jennifer. How long does the process take from consultation for finished product? Great question, Jen. From consultation, we can do this either way. I always like to suggest booking a discovery call with Samantha and myself so that we can better understand what you're looking for and are we the perfect match for that. From consultation, we like to get a move on it based on your marketing decision. So when are these products or services coming out? And what is our goal launch date? Clients that we've worked up in the past, we can accomplish a discovery call, photography, and launching things within 3 to 4 weeks, quicker depending on some of the services and services and products being provided. Any other questions in the chat? Is there a fee for the initial consultation? Great question. There is not. We want to make sure that we are the right working partners together. So book that discovery call, reach out on Instagram, whichever platform or way you are most comfortable to reach out. Let's get started. Fee, no obligation. We want to make sure that there's no risk for anyone involved. We just want to help provide the right type of marketing support for our local businesses. Thank you, Marie. Thank you for your comments. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Now, one thing I want to mention as well is a way to look for photographers if you're not local. Clarity Marketing Design does work nationally. We do have clients across the nation. The important thing to look for is not necessarily someone just snapping photos. All of us have friends and family that have beautiful photography, but the important part is really reaching out to an agency or a photographer that understands marketing photography. We want to make sure it's sized properly for website imagery, print imagery. There's always a place, perhaps, for personal or social photography. You can share that in reels, in stories, on your social pages, but very important to have your branding photography tell the story that you're looking to tell. Another question, do we take non-local clients? Absolutely. Again, we have clients from BC all the way across to the East Coast. So those discovery calls do a great deal. We can meet virtually, so we can have full understanding of your personality and your brand. We have a question from Carolyn. Do we offer different levels or packages of bundles? Going back to our mission is we want to provide the very best service for our local communities. There's not usually one cookie cutter fit. So based on what you may need, you may require full marketing assistance. That might be something that you're looking for help for so that you're not running the ship on yourself. We do social media packages as well. That can come with branding. And we also have clients that just give us a call and say, hey, I need fresh photos. So the relationship we have with our client comes with custom packages for that customer. Sam is just reminding me we have a lot of clients in our local area, Brantford, absolutely. But we've also acquired a lot of clients out in the Norfolk County and surrounding area. We just did a beautiful shoot in Port Rowan for a very popular Airbnb. So we really wanted to capture photos that share that space and give you that environment and that vibe that you're looking for when you look at awesome properties on Airbnb. In the future, we may need to show up just to kind of show what that space looks like outside as they continue beautifying their property and making it appealing to customers on Airbnb. Is there any other questions or anything I can answer for anyone today? I'm getting crickets. Well, everyone, ladies specifically, thank you so much for joining me for my very first webinar. I was a little nervous. I hope it didn't come out too much, but I'm passionate about sharing what we do here at Clarity. It's beautiful to be able to help businesses and see them continue beautifully on their own. It's wonderful. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll be sticking around for the next little bit. So if you have any questions or private questions, we are here for you.